very welcome here to Moneygall in the North Division for this, the replay of the B Senior Hurling Championship final between Moyne Temple Tuohy and Lorahha. The two sides on the field already. Moyne Temple Tuohy to our left, and this is how they will line out in this game. In goal, Joe Leahy. Full back line, Michael Taylor, Phil Bowe and Mick Clark. Half line, Padraig Costigan, Enda Everard and Pat Hartigan. Middle of the field, Tom Guilfoyle and Brian Delahunty. And the forwards, Sean Everard, PJ Sweeney, Noel Daly. Full line, Pierce Ryan, Theo Lloyd and Dermot Everard. The Lorahha side in goals is Ken Hogan. The full back line, Aidan McIntyre, Donald Donohoe and Declan O'Mara. Half line, Conal Horton, John McIntyre, Stephen Hogan. Midfield, Tom Madden, Trevor Hogan. Half forward line, Noel Hogan, Cathal McIntyre and James O'Mara. And on the full line, John Oakley, Pat Kennedy and Jerry O'Sullivan. Coming towards us there, two of the Lorahha selectors, Brian Mannion on the right and Liam King. Referee for today's game is John Ryan Bob in the middle of the field with his team of casual umpires and linesmen. It's Moyne Temple Tuohy first into the attack through Brian Delahunty. Donald Donohoe, the sturdy fullback for the Lorahha club, out to his right half-back, who's number 7, and Stephen Hogan. Taken away by Enda Everard. Played very well last weekend in their football mid-intermediate final against the Sarsfields. The line ball is for Moyne Temple Tuohy and Brian Delahunty, the youngster playing in the middle of the field. Perfect afternoon here in Moneygall for this final. Dangerous ball, and it is Moyne Temple Tuohy, a dangerous attack that's cut out there by Donald Donohoe, and it's gone over the end line and it's gone out for a 65. Noel Daly, I think, it was actually Sean Everard was the attacker on that occasion. Ball recovered by Aidan McIntyre, and the taker in the middle of the field will be Tom Guilfoyle. Tom Guilfoyle from the 65. Let's see, can he convert this? He strikes it high, left hand is looking very good. It's gone over the bar for the opening score of this game for Tom Guilfoyle and Moyne Temple Tuohy. Ken Hogan, the saviour of his side 2 weeks ago with that late penalty, and scoring another goal to make a draw of that game. This is Ken, right from his own square. The high ball, down the centre it goes. Rising high is Tom Guilfoyle, leaving the ball behind him. It is, Cathal McIntyre is there. And this is a good ball, but will run all the way as far as Joe Leahy in the goals. Coming out of his goals, but under pressure, in trouble. Flicks it out to the right. Mike Taylor is going back for it. Mike fumbles there. Out to Tom Guilfoyle, holds it safely, and the long clearance from Guilfoyle is very near the sideline. It's gone off PJ Sweeney, and it's gone over for a line ball for Lorahha. This one to be taken by Declan O'Mara, playing at left cornerback. Declan cuts it very badly, and it's gone over the sideline just 20 metres ahead. Sean Everard playing at right half forward, directly opposing Colin Houghton. It is Tom Guilfoyle again on the ball just outside his own 65-metre line. A beautiful cut by Guilfoyle into the right corner. Donald Donohoe without the stick, under pressure from Theo Lloyd. And it's Declan O'Mara, the sturdy cornerback for Lorahha, has been pushed, and there's a free there. Pierce Ryan, the one penalised by the referee, John Ryan, and the free will be for Lorahha. Declan O'Mara feeling the effects of that challenge as Ken Hogan comes from his goal to take the free out. Rises it, lifts it high and strikes it clear. About 70, 80 metres it goes, but going back is Padraig Costigan. Costigan's clearance has just gone over the sideline. The line ball will be for Lorahha, a crowded sideline to our left. It'll be taken by Trevor Hogan, and that's a beautiful cut right across, but it's held safely there by Mick Clark, who was a bit slow there, and it's taken by the full forward, who is Pat Kennedy, and that's gone over the bar for the equaliser, scored by the full forward Pat Kennedy of the Lorahha club. Tom Madden, I think, in fact, was the one who cut that line ball. Sent off in the drawing game in Thurles and got the minimum 2-week suspension. A fine puck out by Joe Leahy, batted down by Tom Madden. Padraig Costigan has been challenged and beaten there by Noel Hogan. And the ball is gone over the sideline. And Tom Gilfoyle cut the last one beautifully. Let's see, can he repeat it here? Just 6 metres out from his own goal line. Not so good. It's held by Brian Delahunty, but it's Donald Donohoe under pressure there inside his own 20-metre line. Declan O'Mara. Sean Everard. Pierce Ryan has been fouled, and there's a free for Moyne Temple-Tuohy and for their new centre-half forward, who is PJ Sweeney, the 18-year-old PJ Sweeney, playing at centre-half forward, can convert them in both codes, hurling and football. PJ lifts it and strikes it beautifully. It's gone over the bar for a smashing point there for the centre-half forward, PJ Sweeney. Ken Hogan retrieves the ball for the puck out. Sides finishing on 2-8 apiece 2 weeks ago. This B Senior Hurling Championship has proven to be a marvellous success for the teams beaten early on in the championship. Going out there is right cornerback Aidan McIntyre, held by PJ Sweeney. Sweeney, a good ball, looking for his corner forward. Pierce Ryan is on it. Theo Lloyd is inside. Somebody's shouting for it, but Pierce has put it high and put it over the bar, and that's another score for Moyne Temple-Tuohy. Pierce Ryan, the scorer, the right corner forward, got away that time from Declan O'Mara, and it's now 2 points to 1. In fact, it's 3 points to 1. Moyne Temple-Tuohy defence penalised. Moyne Temple-Tuohy defence penalised there, and there's a chance for the centre half forward, Cathal McIntyre. Played very well the last day in the second half in particular. A trio of McIntyres on this Lorahha team, and that's not so good. That's gone out to the right, and it's gone wide. Well, 3 for Moyne Temple-Tuohy, 1 for Tom Gilfoyle, 1 for PJ Sweeney, and 1 for the right corner forward, Pierce Ryan. Has seen them go into a 2-point lead after about 10 minutes of the first half. Line ball, and Tom Gilfoyle is gone all the way across to take it. Plays at centre half back on the football side, and marvellous game he had too last weekend against the Sarsfields. Willie Fogarty, Phil Blake, and of course Jack Welsh is the trainer of the side. These are the boys in charge of the team. John McIntyre with the ball. Racing back there is Tom Gilfoyle. It is left half back Pat Hartigan with the clearance. Half clearance to Enda Everard. Under severe pressure there on the far side from Trevor Hogan. And the free will be for Enda Everard and Moyne Temple Tuohy. Just inside his own 65, should drop dangerously around the goal mouth. This is about 13, 14 metres out. Batted to the centre forward, PJ Sweeney. Half clearance, held, reached high there by John McIntyre, and the clearance to the side of the field, but it's PJ Sweeney, nips in, coming away from the tackle, out to Enda Everard. A good ball that half blocked down, but now with Brian Delahunty, the 17-year-old, in the middle of the field. But chasing back is Trevor Hogan, and good hook there from Hogan. And it's a love ball by Noel Hogan, but it's held by Enda Everard again, and dropping this from 20 metres out. John McIntyre tries to hold it. Theo Lloyd is there, but Ken Hogan has watched that going over the end line, and it's gone wide. Bright opening 10, 11 minutes in this game. I wonder how the selectors for Lorahha feel at this stage. Liam King and Brian Mannion in discussion there to our right, as the ball is cleared to the far side. Jerry O'Sullivan gets a stick to it. There is Noel Hogan making tracks goal. A great ball to Carl McIntyre, but it's now Tom Madden. And Tom tries a shot, and Tom puts it over the bar for a point for Lorahha. Set up beautifully there by the left half forward, who was Noel Hogan. Hogan got away from Padraig Costigan on that occasion, and I think his intention was to find centre half forward Cathal McIntyre. It's held there by the number 7, who is Stephen Hogan, I think it is. And the referee has penalised the Lorahha right half back, and there will be a free for Moyne Temple Tuohy on the far side of the field, about 40 metres out from the goal. Ball is held, and is on the far side under the stand. It's now with number 12, who's James O'Mara, but cutting in there and clearing. A great ball is Enda Everard, but it's gone just 2 feet to the left, and it's gone wide. And that was a fine piece of bowling on the far side. Ken Hogan keeping it low. Right half back, Colin Horton, fine clearance. And now it's Brian Delahunty is there. So too is Stephen Hogan. Good ball out to his right, to his number 12, who's James O'Mara. They're bearing down on him on the far side, but back to his centre forward, Cathal McIntyre. Cathal McIntyre, the challenge comes in, but it's Padraig Costigan is there. Broken stick to our left as John McIntyre rises high and releases the ball quickly to Stephen Hogan. And the game's tempo has upped considerably. Pat Hartigan with the clearance to PJ Sweeney. Sweeney, the battle of the number 11s there. Sweeney very near the sideline. It's now a long ball by the left half forward. Diarmaid Everett in round, might be a goal here. Ken Hogan is under pressure, and still it's danger, but it's taken away by Colin Horton. And Pierce Ryan getting in the challenge, and the ball is put over the sideline. The line ball will be for Moyne Temple Tuohy. A fine piece of action in the last couple of minutes of the game, as number 10, who is Sean Everard, prepares to take the line ball. Scoreboard to his right is reading Moyne Temple Tuohy 3 points, Lorahha 2. The low ball comes into the centre. There is Donald Donohoe. Donohoe's low clearance, but Padraig Costigan reads it ahead of Noel Hogan. The hook comes in, Costigan turns, and a good ball to PJ Sweeney. Take up a lovely position, but Sweeney's under pressure there from Declan O'Mara. Turning is Pierce Ryan. Pierce looking for an angle to shoot, has been outnumbered more or less, and it's Colin Horton with the clearance, dropping here in front of us. It's Carl McIntyre, and Enda Everard holds it cleanly, but drives it very far to the right, and it's gone wide. Ball gone 20-25 metres to the right and gone wide, as Ken Hogan I wonder if he'll be required to take a penalty today. Crowd lining up there on the sideline to watch this very entertaining B final. Puck out by Hogan against the breeze, but Cathal McIntyre penalised for tapping the stick, and there's a free for Moyne Temple 2 to be taken by their centre back, Enda Everard, a very young centre half back, very young half back line in fact, each of them 19 years of age, Costigan, Everard and Hartigan. Enda's puck dropping out to the right. It's now held by Pierce Ryan, and now it is Colin Horton. Collins under severe pressure from Theo. Well, it is Dermot Everard, and Dermot is hot, and Dermot has put it over the bar for a point for Moyne Temple Tuohy, and Everard appears to be injured after taking that score. A facial injury for the left corner forward, Dermot Everard, and attention there from Willie Fogarty, and I see Jack Welch coming in across on our left with attention. Jack coaching their footballers and their hurlers to success this year. Of course, coached a lot more to their county football final or county hurling title in 1988, I think it was. Dermot Everard has recovered somewhat, and the puck out will be taken by Ken Hogan. The breeze blowing directly across the field, I think, and it's Padraig Costigan with a bat down to Sean Everard. But John McIntyre is reading that well, takes on the challenge of Pierce Ryan and goes away, releases the ball to his left half back Colin Horton, and a good ball into the full forward who is Pat Kennedy. Pat has been outnumbered there, and Costigan leaving the ball behind him. Now it is Phil Bowe is there. Phil out to Tom Guilfoyle, but Tom Madden losing his footing at the vital moment to Sean Everard. A good ball infield to PJ Sweeney, and Sweeney lets the ball do the work. A dangerous one, but Donald Donoghue is there, getting away from Theo Lloyd, and Lloyd gets back for the hoop. Not in the game so much at all today, as it is Cathal McIntyre with a long ball that's looking good. It's gone over the bar for the best point in the game so far by Cathal McIntyre, the centre half forward, now I think playing at midfield in a swap with Trevor Hogan. 4 points to 3, and still the margin, the point margin is with Moyne Temple Tuohy. Tom Madden is there. Tom flicking it, but it's taken away by Enda Everard, playing very solidly at centre half back. Now it is Theo Lloyd, the one penalised there, and Donald Donoghue on the receiving end there, and the free will be for Lorahha, and Theo Lloyd's name in fact is going into the referee's notebook for that indiscretion. Donoghue walks away gingerly, and the free will be taken by Ken Hogan, county selector, former county goalkeeper. Ken belts that one long and deep into the Moyne backline. There is Jerry O'Sullivan, but Jerry again has been outnumbered. A dangerous ball, but it's held there by Mick Clark, and the clearance out the left. Now it is Stephen Hogan with a chance. Stephen has put it to the right, and it's gone wide. Joe Leahy in the goals for Moyne Temple Tuohy. Comes a long way from the small square to puck the ball, drop you in the middle of the field. Clash of the ash. Cathal McIntyre's there, so too is Brian Delahunty. Brian Delahunty, the 17-year-old, in the middle of the field. The ball has gone off his stick and it's gone out. And I think Jack Welch is about to make a change. I notice Theo Lloyd is going out field, I imagine to centre forward. PJ Sweeney is going out still further, and Noel Daly, I think, is the one going into right corner forward as Pierce Ryan is going to full. So a lot of changes in the Moyne Temple Tuohy side. And Everard taking care with this free. Down the left he puts it this time. Lloyd is under it, so too is John McIntyre. Ball breaks kindly for Tom Guilfoyle it is now. Tom, hand pass out to his midfield partner, Brian Delahunty. Delahunty can't control it the first time. Gets a second bite at the cherry. Under pressure there, but it's taken by Diarmuid Everard. And Diarmuid takes the rebound and the ball into the goal mouth. It's Ken Hogan is under all kinds of pressure. The Moyne Temple Tuohy side diving on the ball, but it's gone out and it's gone wide. Ken pressurised by the incoming forwards there. Diarmuid, or Pierce Ryan I think it was, and PJ Sweeney in around the goal now. Pulled on by Noel Hogan. Mick Clark way out from his own cornerback position. Still it's Mick Clark. Turning, there is the right corner forward who is John Oakley, and that's gone out to the left and it's gone wide. That's the cleric on the Lorahha side, Father John Oakley, playing at right corner forward. Ball with Sean Everard. To Theo Lloyd. Lloyd to Noel Daly. And going back to cover is Declan O'Mara. And Enda Everard again playing a starring role at centre half back. Releases the ball out to PJ Sweeney. Sweeney dropping the ball in around the house, as I say. Declan O'Mara's in trouble, but going back is Donald Davis ball. Theo Lloyd is there. Missed it the first time, might have a second chance. Indeed he doesn't know. It is John McIntyre is there. So too is his right corner back, who is Aidan McIntyre. And now the ball is with Brian Delahunty. Delahunty, long ball that's looking good. It's still in play. It's held. There might be somebody on here. It's gone over the bar off the stick of Pierce Ryan, I think it was. And there was a goal on there for a moment for Moyne Temple Tuohy, but Pierce Ryan has elected to put that over the crossbar, and his side now leading by 5 points to 3. About 4 minutes gone in the first half. The puck out by Ken Hogan. And again, it's that centre half back with Enda Everard. A nice piece of work there by Everard, taking on the challenge of the midfielder Trevor Hogan, who's been penalised by John Ryan Bob, the referee, and in fact his name is going into the referee's book for that indiscretion, and it's a free for Enda Everard. Tom Madden gone to centre forward. Trevor Hogan gone back to midfield. Enda Everard with the free. John McIntyre reaching with the hand, not collecting the ball. Pierce Ryan is there, so too is Donald O'Donoghue. But it's John McIntyre nips in and takes the ball and drives it clear. And ball is gone off Tom Madden, I think, and gone out for a line ball. And Padraig Costigan will be the taker. Taken down the sideline, held by Sean Everard. And the free will be for Moyne Temple Tuohy from 65 metres.
Come on, Oler, come on!
It is Tom Guilfoyle will be the taker, and the referee called inside by his umpire and will consult with him. I wonder what referee has seen. While John Ryan, referee, will might have a word with Sean Everard and with Colin Hull. Now Sean Everard's name is going into the referee's book, and now there's another change on the Lorahha side, and Horton I think has gone to right half back, and Stephen Hogan has come across to the left. Meanwhile, it's back here with Tom Guilfoyle, and Tom with the ball. It won't drift in with the breeze, I think. Well, it's in around the goal, but Donald Donohoe rising high, majestically there in the square, and releasing the ball to Aidan McIntyre, and the clearance to the far side. It's Tom Guilfoyle again, and Moyne Templetoe applying more pressure. And a bit of a niggle, little bit of a niggle creeping into this game, and that would be unfortunate were it to develop, because it's been a fine game of hurling to this point. We make it 3 or 4 minutes to the break. Moyne Templetoe 5 points, Lorahha 3. Referee has called for the ball and is going to throw it in. Theo Lloyd and John McIntyre. McIntyre has been penalised, and there's a free in for Moyne Templetoe from about 35 metres. PJ Sweeney will be the taker, has already scored 1 from a place ball, and this will surely be number 2, yes. PJ Sweeney converts that free to make it 6 points to 3 as we approach half-time. The long puck out down the left on this occasion. Noel Hogan gets the hurley to the ball. There is the fullback Phil Bowe, and the ball is gone out off the Lorahha full forward, who is Pat Kennedy, and the free will be for Moyne Templetoe, and Mick Taylor will be the taker. It's taken and held by Padraig Costigan. John McIntyre is under it, bats it down, held by Brian Delahunty. Delahunty, hooked and blocked, and again it's McIntyre. The partial clearance from him is held on the far side of the field by James O'Mara. Dangerous ball to Pat Kennedy, but there is Phil Bowe, and they tussle for possession about 22 metres out from the Moyne goal. And now it is full forward. Pat Kennedy has been upended, and the free will be for Lorahha from the 20-metre line. Cathal McIntyre, I'm sure, will be the taker, but in fact he won't. It's number 10, who is Noel Hogan. Noel Hogan just left of centre, and I think it's Padraig Costigan is the injured party to our left, to the left of the free taker. Again, it looks like a facial injury for the right half back. County under-21 footballer Costigan, I think, has recovered somewhat, and I think very soon we'll have the free, which should narrow the gap to just 2 points as we approach half-time. Well, Moyne Templetoe looked home and dried the last day in Semple Stadium. 6 points up with as many minutes left in the game, until they were a low dangerous ball that's blocked and is taken away there by Enda Everard, I think it is. And Hogan will have a second chance and another dangerous ball, but it's half blocked, and Joe Leahy, still the ball is in play, but it's Padraig Costigan goes back to collect, and out to his right to Michael Taylor. Taylor turns and holds the ball, and has been blocked down by John Oakley. Oakley to Noel again, and Noel has another chance, and it'll be another free for Lorahha. A third chance, and Cathal McIntyre has been called on this occasion to take the free. Well, the Moyne backline got 2 or 3 chances to clear that ball, and it's a third chance for Lorahha as Cathal McIntyre converts that to make the score 6 points to 4. 2 points. Leahy, the goalkeeper, will puck it out and seems to be in no hurry. Pucks it off his left-hand side to this side of the field. Batted away there by Trevor Hogan. Over the sideline though. And Padraig Costigan will take the cut. Referee has a look at his watch. A low cut. The ball is gone off the stick of Trevor Hogan, and it'll be a line ball for Moyne and for Tom Guilfoyle. Tom cuts it well, but there's long whistle sound by the referee, John Ryan Bob, and the sides will go to the dressing room. Moyne Tuohy 6 points and Lorahha 4, and we're in for a very, very interesting second half indeed. Two of them. Moyne Tuohy scorers coming from, I know PJ Sweeney I think has scored 3, Pierce Ryan has scored 2, and Diarmuid Everett scoring 1. While for the Lorahha side, 2 by the centre forward Cathal McIntyre, 1 by Tom Madden, and the other by the full forward Pat Kennedy. And we'll be with you for the second half. Well, the sides have re-emerged from the dressing room, and the second half is underway, and it's Cathal McIntyre with a good run, a good shot, but it's gone out to the right and it's gone wide, and that was a lovely chance for the centre half forward, now playing at midfield for the Lorahha side, directly opposing Tom Guilfoyle. 2 points, the difference between the sides, and it's goalkeeper, the Moyne goalkeeper with the puck, and that seems to be against the breeze favouring Lorahha slightly in the second half. It's a clash ball in front of us here, and it is Pat Hartigan. Colin Horton turning away there from Hartigan. Down the line he goes. A great run by Colin Horton. Has been outnumbered there more or less. The ball is pulled on by Tom Guilfoyle. A lovely crisp shot along the ground by Guilfoyle. Taken there by Sean Everard. Sean turns and takes a shot, and that's a great ball. A beautiful point there by Sean Everard. Gone over the bar for the right half forward for Moyne Tuohy. That's a tonic start for the Mid-Tipperary side in the second half. Puts 3 points between the sides. The free against Tom Madden will be taken by Enda Everard, the centre half back. This one will drop about 20 metres out. Donohoe is under it. Gets a stick to it. It's held by Sean Everard again, and Sean with a shot this time. That's gone out to the right and it's gone wide. Noel Daly looking for the point, but the umpire, Matt Finnerty there from Cashel, has signalled that it's gone out to the right and it's gone wide. Tom Madden holds it high in the air, looking for Cathal McIntyre. Madden gets a second chance, turning away from Tom Guilfoyle and out to this side of the field. Mick Clark is there. So too is John Oakley. Clark holds it, and Clark with the clearance Theolide under it. So too is John McIntyre. It's held by Pierce Ryan. A good ball, but it's Declan O'Mara's there. And Declan to John McIntyre. McIntyre dwells too long on the ball, but it's Declan O'Mara racing clear. Still it's Declan. Has run into a challenge, but the clearance came in. And now it is taken by Enda Everett, by Patrick Costigan. In fact, it's Pat Hartigan to Brian Delahunty. And very lively exchanges in the opening minutes of the second half. It's Carl McIntyre out to left field goals to Stephen Hogan. Stephen Hogan flicking the ball inside. Might be something on here. Oh, and it's Michael Taylor needed to get in for that clearance and completed there by the right half back, I think it was Patrick Costigan. PJ Sweeney racing through the centre, left the ball behind him. John McIntyre with the clearance. Again, Tom Gilfile rising high and batting it clear. It's now Donald Donoghue to his number 12, Noel Hogan. Sweet ball out to Tom Madden. And Tom lets it go along the ground to John Oakley. Oakley turns out to his right-hand side and a good shot by him that's gone over the bar for another score for Lorahha. And that's one to please the substitute here in front of us. A first score there for the right corner forward, John Oakley. And now there are two between them again. It's the goalkeeper again with the puck out, and that's a much better stroke. It's held high in the air by Stephen Hogan, I think it is. Theolide, very quiet in the game, gets the stick to it. Ball outside to Sean Everard. John Madden is closing down. Back to his number 15, who is Pierce Everard. Another good ball to Sean. Might be something on here. Turning away and hands it out to Theolide. Lloyd with the shot. And it's gone into the goal mouth, but it's blocked by the goalkeeper, Ken Hogan. And it's gone over the end line, would you believe, off the foot of PJ Sweeney, and it's gone wide. Ken Hogan equal to that. They're from Theolide.
Come on.
Having a low-key game for Moyne Temple Tuohy at centre half forward. Tom Madden penalised. And it's Enda Everard with the free. Noel Hogan retreating the required distance. And now it's Enda Everard will take the free. Dropping shots. Now it is Donald Donoghue. Donald evades two challenges and the clearance. Down this wing it goes. But again O'Donoghue has to come in with the clearance. He's been blocked down and PJ Sweeney has been bundled over, and the free will be for Moyne Temple Tuohy. The free about 10 metres from the sideline, and PJ Sweeney, the injured party, and PJ Sweeney will be the likely taker of the free. Referee clearing the sideline, and PJ Sweeney settles down to take this free. 1 point apiece in the second half. Score is standing at Moyne Temple Tuohy 7, Lorahha 5. As Sweeney strikes, it is a great ball. It's gone over the head of Ken Hogan. It's gone over the crossbar. It's another point for Moyne Temple Tuohy. PJ Sweeney 3 points to his credit in the second half, or in the game entirely. Now playing at left half forward, Paul McIntyre. Challenging for possession over there. McIntyre picks it up, and McIntyre will try a shot, and this one is gone to the left, and it's gone wide. Wasted opportunity. Score standing at Moyne Temple Tuohy 8 points, Lorahha 5. 3 points between the sides. Tuohy's puck out again, dropping on the 40. PJ Sweeney nips in and trying to feed it outside. A great piece of work by Sweeney. Tries the shot. It's looking good. It's gone over the bar. A lovely point there for PJ Sweeney. The first from play for PJ Sweeney. King in the field there. Again, I think he's making a switch as the puck out comes to this side of the field, and it's Brian Delahunty. Doesn't connect on it at all. It's gone over the sideline, in fact. It's a line ball for Lorahha. Noel Hogan will be the taker. About 45 metres out. Hogan cuts it beautifully, dropping 13, 14 metres out, runs all the way as well. And Lorahha bearing down on it. It will fall kindly for John McIntyre. McIntyre tries a shot and McIntyre has put it over the bar for a point for Lorahha. John McIntyre has advanced to midfield as Carl McIntyre goes back to centre half-back. The brothers have switched and it's already paid dividends. It's 9 points to 7. It's now with Pierce Ryan. Pierce, the number 13, trying to control it, feeds it inside to Sean Everard. Everard has come under pressure and there's a free there by Donald O'Donoghue, the one who was penalised, and it's about 25 metres to the right of centre. And PJ Sweeney will have the task of tapping this one over the bar. PJ sets his sights and tapped it high and tapped it over for another point to restore the 3-point advantage to Moyne Temple Tuohy. Puck out has been taken. It is Padraig Costigan is there. Costigan has been pressurised on the far side of the field. It's picked up by John Madden, or John McIntyre. And now they've lost possession. James O'Mara losing the ball to Sean Everard. Now it is Trevor Hogan. Trevor runs into a challenge. And the ball now dropping to the full forward, Pat Kennedy. Kennedy's under pressure from Phil Bowe. Phil to Tom Madden, to the number 12. And now it is a good ball, but it's running over the end line and it's gone wide. Jerry O'Sullivan trying to set up a score there for Tom Madden, but it's all to no avail. It's gone out to the left and it's gone wide. Madden goes out to centre half forwards. Colin Horton again, playing well at halfback. Line ball, the line ball will be for Moyne Temple Tuohy. It'll be taken by Pat Hartigan, injured the last day, the young 19-year-old, playing left halfback on this side. Puts it up the line. Theo Lloyd is under it, but has been fouled. Push on the back there by Colin Horton, and it's a line ball for Moyne Temple Tuohy and PJ Sweeney. In fact, the free taken by Sweeney just 2 metres from. That's a brilliant ball by Sweeney. It's gone over the bar, would you believe? And a lovely point there by PJ Sweeney. A very difficult angle and brought that in beautifully there with the wind to put it over the bar. I'm sure Brian Mannion's words are, fouls don't pay with a free taker of the calibre of PJ Sweeney around. Madden or John McIntyre with the ball. It's Michael Taylor there. So too is the number 15, who is Jerry O'Sullivan. And Tom Guilfoyle tries to lift the siege, turns away from the challenge of John McIntyre, kicks it into the centre, and still pressure coming all around the place. And a bit of retaliation on the far side of the field. But we'll follow the play and chase him to the goalkeeper. And Pierce Everard. Ken Hogan without the hurley. Still, it's not clear. And now it might be something on here for Pierce Ryan. Ryan with the shot, but it's Donald Donoghue is there. And now the Lorahha backline comes in to lift the siege. It's Declan O'Mara. Declan with the clearance to this side of the field. It's now to John Oakley. Oakley to Trevor Hogan. And Hogan with the ball, a great ball it is. Dropping inside to Jerry O'Sullivan. Michael Taylor in attendance. Now it is Enda Everard picks it up. And Enda with the clearance. Held safely there by number 12 with James O'Mara. Inside to Trevor Hogan. Hogan has been bundled off the ball and is taken away by Brian Delahanty. The young 17-year-old Donald Hogan is safe with his hands to John McIntyre. McIntyre trying to feed it inside, but it's taken away by Padraig Costigan. Costigan loses the stick to Sean Everard, to Theo Lloyd. And will this be a score? No, it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Fine piece of hurling by Moyne Temple Tuohy. And the finish, not so good. And I think there's a substitute for Lorahha. It's their number 17, who is Martin Young. Padraig Madden, in fact, is in the game. Number 17, going to lean back, and it's Sean Everard with the shot, and Sean Everard put it over the bar. A lovely point again for the right half forward and for Moyne Temple Tuohy. Moyne Temple Tuohy looking to fit aside at this point in time as the puck out comes. It's now Padraig Madden with the clearance. Tom Gilfoyle going back. Still it's Tom Gilfoyle. Gilfoyle has slapped down. But it's the Lorahha man Trevor Hogan penalised by John Ryan, and the free will be for Moyne Temple Tuohy, and the free to be taken by PJ Sweeney again. The advantage lying with Moyne Temple Tuohy at 12 points to 6. PJ Sweeney with the free as Tom Gilfoyle has recovered and takes his place in the middle of the field. Just 15 minutes gone in the second half. PJ scored one from this place some minutes ago, and that's another great ball, dropping short though. It'll run all the way. It might be a goal! The goal! The goal is by Pierce Everard, I think. It's gone into the back of the net, and it's David Everard, number 15, with the goal. And I wonder, is there any way back for Lorahha at this point in time? Jerry O'Sullivan's on the ball. O'Sullivan into the centre it goes. It's now number 10. It's Noel Hogan. Can't control it. It's Trevor Hogan picks it off the ground, and the free is for Moyne Temple Tuohy. Opportunist goal there by David Everard. Put it away to the right of Ken Hogan as we look at it. And it's now 112 to 6 points. The free will be taken by Michael Taylor. And 9 points they lead by now. I wonder, can they hold on to win this game? It is Tom Madden. Tom Madden, challenge there. Ball inside to Pat Kennedy. Pat Kennedy will be looking for a goal. Can't control it. But there's a free in for Lorahha. And about 25 metres out. And we'll see who's going to take it. I think it is John McIntyre. And I see Jack Welch at the far side of the field, and I'm sure the scoreboard must please him very much. With less than 15 minutes left in this game. John failed to lift it, would you believe? Cuts it low. It's batted away. And McIntyre's second chance takes on the challenge, has been half blocked down. Jerry O'Sullivan is there. Jerry trying to turn goal once to Hogan, who's left the ball behind him. And it's Mind Temperature's chance to endure some of this pressure. John McIntyre takes it and puts it to the left, and it's gone wide. Mind Temperature very pleased with the scoreboard. 112 to 6 points. As Joe Leahy with the puck out. That's a long puck by the goalkeeper. Oric Madden is there, so too is the goal scorer, Pierce Everard, or Dermot Everard. And Dermot, a great ball, but it's Cahill McIntyre is there, and Cahill will take it away and drive it clear. Down the left it goes, but it's the centre half back and probably man of the match under the ball. It's Enda Everard, and the free will be for Moyne Temple Tuohy from the 65-metre line. Enda Everard himself will take it. 19-year-old out to the right it goes. Cahill McIntyre. It's low and hard, and it's another shot by Everard, and it's Ken Hogan has cleared it. And Ken Hogan has been fouled inside around his small square, and Ken will strike it quickly. It's a long ball from the goalkeeper. And Everard is there, so too is Phil Bow. But now it's John Oakley and Michael Clark. But it's Pat Hartigan is there too. Oakley. Still it's Oakley. Bearing down on the goals. But he has caught it once too often, and the free will be for Moyne Temple Tuohy. And Mick Bow, the cornerback. Mick Bow, the left cornerback, to take the free out. Batted away there, beautifully. Line ball, going off the stick of Trevor Hogan. Pat Hartigan leaves it to Tom Guilfoyle. Tom Guilfoyle cuts it sweetly again. Sean Everard comes across to take it, but it's now with Theo Lloyd. Theo, but Donald Donohoe playing well at fullback for the Lorahha side. Ball out to Stephen Hogan. Declan O'Mara making strides outside him to John McIntyre. And John drops a dangerous ball in around the goal mouth. Might be something on here. It's gone out to the right, would you believe, and it's gone wide. And it's Lorahha introduced a substitute. I think it's Michael Cohen coming into the game. Number 17 to left half forward, I think, or centre half forward in fact. Puck out comes, Declan O'Mara is there, and Theo Lloyd. A great ball, might be something on here. Ken Hogan is off his line, but it's taken low and hard, and it's gone out to the right, would you believe, and it's gone wide off the stick of Pierce Ryan. The pick puck out to Stephen Hogan. Stephen on the ground. Now it's Theo Lloyd again to Sean Everard. Sean Everard turning away from Declan O'Mara. Will try a shot that's dropping in around the house, as they say. And it's held by Donald Donohoe again. A great ball out to his centre half back. Cahill McIntyre turns to his strong side and drives it clear. Michael Cohen is on it, but so too is the centre back Enda Everard. Pat Hartigan holds it, and Hartigan has overcarried, and there's a free in for Lorahha from about 45 metres. 112 to 6 points. James O'Mara with the free, leaving it to Cathal McIntyre. Let's see what McIntyre will do with it. Hits it high and puts it over the bar for another score for Lorahha. Bringing the tally to 7 points. $112 to 7 points. 6 minutes left in the game. 8 points between the sides. Remember, Lorahha came back from 6 2 weeks ago. Ball is with John McIntyre. Great ball. Now Tom Madden is on it. Tom bearing down on goal. A great run. Oakley on his right. Still, it is John, and a lovely piece of work by Enda Everard. Everard got in there to make the interception and dispossess Tom Madden. Tom will take the free. Drops it high. Everard is there again. Coming away with the ball. It's Enda Everard showing them all a clean pair of heels and driving it clear. Pulled on by Diarmuid Everard. Picked up by Aidan McIntyre. And Aidan has fouled the ball, and there's a free in for Moyne Temple Tuohy. Enda Everard, surely the star of this game, cutting out a very dangerous situation, but Peter Sweeney's shot has gone out to the right and it's gone wide. Still, Lorahha looking for a goal that might bring them back into this game. It's taken, well, not taken by Pádraig Madden. It's a bit of sloppy defending there. John Oakley's there, so too is Pádraig Cartigan, but it's PJ Sweeney who's back in defence. And the clearance from Sweeney finds James O'Mara all alone. And a long, dangerous ball in around the house. And it might be something on here. The goalkeeper's on the ground. The referee has been called inside by the umpire, and we'll see what the outcome will be as referee John Ryan Bob goes into the parallelogram. It might be a penalty because Declan O'Mara is calling Ken Hogan, and Hogan is coming all the way from the goals again. Well, is this another late show here by Ken Hogan? He's brought the two hurleys, one for the left and one for the right. And let's see, can he haul his side off the ropes, as it were, and back into this game. It's an ordinary 20-metre free. Ken Hogan steps back from it, lifts it and strikes it, and it's gone high and it's gone over the bar. Hogan is staying at full forward, I think. We'll have to change the jersey. The puck out will come from Joe Leahy. Hogan is in white. The rest are in blue. It's in Cathal McIntyre. Comes away. Has been comes out of it there. And there's a free as James O'Mara races away with the ball. The free, well, referee has called a halt to the play. It's 112 to 8 points. The referee decides to throw the ball in. It's hot here in Moneygall as these sides battle it out in the B final. Free against James O'Mara for that indiscretion. And it'll be another chance for PJ Sweeney. Take your time, Jack Welch tells him. And I suppose at this point in time, that's good advice. Goalkeeper has been told to change his jersey, and now he's without a jersey. That's Porrick Madden, I think, in the goal now, without a jersey, and I'll tell you, he won't get a suntan today. Well, the white jersey has been brought forward, and the free will be taken by PJ Sweeney. From the 65-metre line, it's a long ball, it's a great ball, it's dropping all the way, it's gone over the bar. Theo Line raising his fist in salute to his left half forward, PJ Sweeney. Brilliant point there by PJ Sweeney from the 65-metre line. Batted down there by Pat Hartigan. It's Tom Madden. Tom Madden. Good ball by Madden. Ball has gone off, I think, the line man, and it'll be a line ball for Lorahha to be taken by number 7, who is Stephen Hogan. Cut is taken, but Enda Everard is there, and still it's Enda Everard. Has been held, and bit of fouling by Enda Everard on Jerry O'Sullivan, and the free will be for Lorahha to be taken by John McIntyre. Can they get an elusive goal that might just give them some hope in this game? 8 points between the sides. Carl McIntyre strikes into goal! A goal for Carl McIntyre. And now it's 113 to 1-8. We make it less than a minute of normal time remaining in the game. Referee has called a halt. It is all over, and Moyne Temple Tuohy are County B champions for 1995 after a fine, entertaining game here in Moneygall. A very well-deserved victory for the side from Mid-Tipperary, crowned mid-intermediate football champions last Sunday, and this evening they're County B hurling champions. On the final score, 113 to 1-8. Yes, you're welcome here to Moneygall. I'm Jack Welch, Theo Lloyd.
Lovely.
We're in business. Now, I've Theo Lloyd, the captain here, and I'm Jack Welch, the trainer. And Theo, a very happy moment for you as captain of the side.
It's a great moment. Thanks very much. We've been waiting a long, long time for this occasion. Many people might say this is just a B competition, but to us, it's even more than an A competition. We've been waiting for a senior hurling trophy for a good number of years. I wouldn't care to count. 1971, I think, was the last occasion. So to have this trophy, any piece of silverware is a lot at the end of the day. It's been a long year.
Yeah, listen, how hard have you actually worked for it?
Training for this has been going since last February. We took to the lights in Mine Field last February, and our intentions at that time were the Cahill Cup. That didn't materialise. After that it was the championship, and a lot of training went into that. That didn't materialise either, but this has. And I suppose 1 out of 3 isn't bad at the end of a long year.
Yeah, and your trainer here, Jack, I think it's the prospects for the future must be extremely bright after what I thought was a marvellous game and a marvellous display by what's essentially a very young team.
Yeah, a very young team. Yeah, the future is bright. I said it to you last Sunday after the intercollegiate football. The future looks very bright for mine to me now. I mean, we blooded something like 7 or 8 young players. I mean, there's some of the guys only 17 years of age, young Hartigan and young Delahunty, and they were absolutely brilliant today. You know, the future looks good for mine.
A physical game all the way through.
A very physical
That's
game.
the Lorahha style.
Well, it's the Lorahha style. It's probably our style as well, to say the truth. We like to mix it too. Maybe we have a lot of young players, but at the same time, we were going out there with a job to do. It didn't matter what kind of a style we were going to have to come up against. We had played Lorahha twice already, and we knew that it was going to be a tough, hard battle.
Now, the goal I thought by Diarmuid Everard was the goal that brought you away from Lorahha. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree with you there, but it brought us away from Lorahha, but at the same time, I think Lorahha really knuckled down in the last 10 minutes, and they gave us a fairly hard dogfight for the last 10 minutes. It was difficult. I won't say it was easy. It was very, very difficult.
The performance of your centre half back, I thought, Enda Everard, was outstanding.
Oh, yeah,
Jack.
yeah, he's very good. He's a great hurler. He's improved leaps and bounds now all over all the matches. But early on in the year, he was a bit green. Of course, he was playing senior hurler for the first time. But several people have said it to me from other clubs as well about Enda that he's making some good centre back. But I think he's an exceptionally good player, and he will develop into a great player, I think.
Overall, the Senior B Championship has been an outstanding success, not because you won it, but because of the games you've got.
Well, it was. I mean, it's great to have a competition like this. When we were beaten in the mid-championship, we were inside in the dressing room in Thurles and we were down and out. But Sean Forward came in and said that there was a B championship, and we knuckled down to it from there. And we decided we'd go and try and win it. And well, we're here today. We have it won. Like, but it's a fantastic thing for teams that are beaten. I've been involved with senior teams over a number of years now, and if you're beaten in the first round, then you're beaten in the losers group. You're gone in May, and you have no hurling until the following year. And as I think I said to you last week, the teams that are hurling in October are the teams that will be successful the year after. You know?
Listen, you're due a celebration.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll celebrate tonight.
I bet you will.
We will.
Listen, you'll be now looking for V Lorahha's crown.
Hopefully, that'll be our objective from next February on. I'd say Jackie will hopefully be still with us, and he'll have us knuckling down to a lot of hard work, maybe even harder next year, because we know now we're good enough to do it, and hopefully a mid-title isn't that far away from Mine Temple Tuohy.
Well, on that note here from Theo Lloyd and from Jack Welch, we say goodbye to you from Moneygall, where Mine Temple Tuohy, as you see, have won the Senior B Championship on the score 113 to 18.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks very much, Danny.
Lads, thank you very much,
you.
and congratulations again. Congratulations. Thank you. Well, we're now going to leave you with a shot of the victorious Mine Temple Tuohy team, champions here of the Senior B Championship in Tipperary from 1995. Also mid-Tipperary Intermediate Champion, and no doubt they may go on yet to win the Intermediate County Championship. Well, while we're looking at the team, Sean Fogarty, County Chairman, a special moment for you as County Chairman.
Very special one. Very special moment for me, Danny. I couldn't explain the thrill it is to.
No, he's all right. He's all right.
All right.
Now we have the county chairman here, Sean Fogarty. A marvellous occasion, a marvellous moment for yourself and for Mine Temple Tuohy.
A tremendous occasion. It was a day I thought I would never see. The 3 years in Midshipbury passed me by without the honour of presenting a trophy to my own club. And little did I think that it would be a senior hurling trophy here in Moneygall this evening. I'm the proudest man in Moneygall.
And listen, where does the credit go on this occasion?
The credit goes to every fellow you see togged out there. Basically, that's where it all begins and ends. There has been an awful lot of work behind the scenes, but as Bab said, you can't win a derby with donkeys. And we have no donkeys here in Mine Temple.
Listen, I know you hope to present Dan Breen to V Lorahha man very soon, a Midshipbury man. Can we see it going to Mine Temple Tuohy again, do you think?
Oh, I'm sure we can. I'm not too sure in my time. We mightn't be up to it next year, but give it a year or two, I think we'll be right there in the running. We have a young team. Don't mind what the captain says about those fellas getting old. Age is only in the mind. I know Taylor and Bo and those fellas, they run the legs off of Manny's young fella.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sean Fogarty, and well done again to Mine Temple Tuohy.
Thank you, Danny.